en route to their title-winning season. I'm looking at the midfield three, how well they work off of each other, Mike, but most importantly, at least that's what James Chambers hosts from Colorado Springs, because Danny Cruz keeps Josh Jones at center back. Aiden McFadden drops in. Defensively, you've got coverage, you've got speed. Same thing on the outside, but what does it look like underneath Phil Goodrum? As aggressive as Colorado Springs is, that front three will make you pay quickly.
Serrano and Lambert look on. There's Marco Micheletto among the changes for the Switchbacks. It is the home to the Air Force Academy and the U.S. Olympic Committee. It is a star-spangled occasion. It is a 4th of July tradition. It is Colorado Springs at home on Independence Day. He's had a lengthy run with the Jamaican national team over the years. Amadou Dia. Dia, short-armed. Into the stands from Levante Johnson. He's dealt with injury, just his 3rd start this year. And the throw for Jones, captain at the University of Louisville, his 3rd professional start at the championship level. 47th pick by Real Salt Lake in 2023, and returning to Louisville for his senior year. Adams. Perez, settling, firing, oh! Philip Goodrum! How in the world did he do that? That's a goal you create in your dreams and can hardly imagine in reality. Louisville City leads.
And certainly one of the bigger assets that we haven't even gotten to yet for Josh Jones is his ability to just absolutely unleash these monstrous throws into the box. A makeshift corner and the ability.
McFadden soars up. Could argue that's a lot of protection for Burke. Well, at least he's gotten on the ball now. Every player just wants to get the first touch when they come into a game, and Burke probably times 1,000 tonight.
Well, a lot of times players, whether it's their first appearance or first start, even the first couple of reps overall, Mike, there's fear. I can tell you firsthand. You get on there and you just kind of look around and you don't want the ball. So
yeah.
That way it gets like hot potato when it comes to you. But it also, I'll tell you what it does, it creates real efficiency within a player's actions, because all you're trying to do are the simple things. And if you can recreate that over and over again early on, that's all your manager is asking of you.
Levante Johnson unloads and hits Damian Loss.
To see him trying to push up high with that speed. Watch how he drags Amadou Dia with him. And then the little cut back across. Now, what you're looking, Anthony Fontana recognizing it and sneaking in behind. The space is there, most importantly. Just the recognition lacking a bit.
Micheletto. Diagonal ball just out of the reach of Tejada. All whipped across. Skips over Micheletto. Really quite the gift on the backside. Here's Morris. Morris signing a multi-year extension to stick around in Louisville. Danny Cruz saying, if I'm doing overtime in the offseason, I'm doing it wrong. June and July is when you should be getting these things done. That'll skip through, and it's Goodrum trying to recreate his first half magic. Not that time. Colorado Springs says they've been knocking on the door, a matter of time before you bust that door down. You get one past the best defenses in the league, climb back into level terms.
Interesting with the change, at least for the moment, that they decided to move Levante Johnson over to that far side. I would imagine, given how comfortable Quincy Herman is in the channel, that they would allow those two to work off of each other, trying to also push Johnson up high in that point spot. Actually did it 2 games back in the match against San Antonio. created a ton out of it. As we've seen over the course of the season for Switchbacks, creation doesn't always amount to control within the match, no overall success. So they did get 3 in that game. And I think the idea behind it too, Mike, is that people around the league, not us included obviously, tend to hit the panic button, right? The hot takes. I said it once earlier, they're just 6 points off of last year's pace. They're currently just 6 points coming into tonight off of a top 4 finish. As much as you want the success of one year to bleed into the next, this is a different team. And it takes time. And you're only halfway through the season.
Veldberg. Morris caught up. Veldberg hits the brakes. Morris eventually wins the battle. It's merely a throw. And it's really easy to go a lot of the same figures in this Switchbacks team. It's not quite that easy. Here's Veldberg. And Morris instantly called into action. Comes over to Micheletto, who's one of the few newcomers.
I would actually say that from just an overall footballing standpoint. Ball on the deck, moving from point A to point B, bridging that gap, trying to find a way to bring new ideas into their arsenal.
Oh, this is really good work. It's a loss, squatting over the Anthony Fontana chance. That's as good as it's been all day.
Getting goals out of it is another conversation, but this team just so fluidly, at their best, can slice right through you. Right through the heart of the Louisville midfield. Good exchange on the step up here by Akeem Ward. It all comes from his willingness to challenge that central location.
Here's Jake Morris. Only his 5th regular season appearance this year due to injury. Morris sees this soar into the stands.
Across when Goodrum does, but we saw those trailing runs defensively to eliminate any real threat for LouCity on the near post.
Lashed at frame, had Jansen Wilson as an option, appeal for a handball. Even Dev is wagging his finger no. And that's overcooked over Ward and Lambert. Karams over to Lambert. Kind of skip that ahead to Serrano. Veldberg front running. That over the wrong shoulder. Picked off by Adams. Serrano, Lambert, Adams, Davila. Johnson stymied. Zandy goes splaying, and here comes Johnson. Slips off to the left. Herman.
The whole time, LouCity getting what they want out of it. Watch the ball away from goal. Continuing the travel to the far side of the field, narrowing the angle, allowing LouCity to set itself defensively. Plenty of personnel there. And
Morris. Zandy, domineering header. Johnson
stepped on it, allowed the run to continue forth for Johnson. And they've done a really good job of opening the game up in transition to benefit from the space. Still lacking some decision making though.
Free kick to Louisville City. The side who scored 86 goals a season ago. And now have the second best defense statistically in the championship. Only Luke Spencer's resurgent Tulsa side have allowed fewer. Soars up, Jones. Ball brought down toward goal by McFadden. You were laughing earlier about the long throws from Jones means he's not in the box. When he is in the box, he's pretty good at that too.
Doesn't even have to jump, and he's above everybody else.
Yeah.
That's also him understanding how to use his body. It's something that he's grown leaps and bounds in since the collegiate level under John Michael Hayden at Louisville. Well, to your point, though, you talked about how Danny Cruz had the opportunity to see him quite a few times, being that hometown boy, if you will. One of the biggest things that was talked about him coming out as a professional was his ability to move. Not having bad feet, but understanding how to use them. And I think that's one of the things that I love watching about Josh Jones.
Ball careened free. Johnson over. Herman!
They go direct up over the top, and they force you to change. Excellent at winning those second balls, and the little step up through by Aiden Rocha. That's the smarts of a quality midfielder who recognizes the space. The second he closes it down, they're off to the races. Good little cutback, and you just got to finish. Gets ahead of his body a little bit, starts to drift, and as he opens up his body, Mike, and drifts back, ball up over the bar.
Herman, native of France, actually came over to the States as an exchange student in Kentucky at Somerset High School.
Out of some of the combinations that were in there prior, especially Micheletto, but as he comes high, he's going to feel more comfortable to try and work off of Charlie Adams. So give you the ground coverage. Micheletto's going to have a lot more freedom now to go. Both he and Zach Zandy are going to push and really try and create some separation right on cue. There's that ball we were talking about. First touch just a little bit off by Quincy Herman. And look, I'll tell you, the angle doesn't tell the story. Let's be very clear.
Right.
That ball's out. No doubt about it. From that angle right there, that ball is out. However, you got to play to the whistle. You cannot stop if you're wearing a LouCity jersey and think that the referee's going to bail you out.
Ultimately, it is the post that bails Louisville City out there. Lift ahead to Serrano. Serrano from a tight angle. Burke makes the big save.
It just gives you a little bit more space to operate through, and that front line, Ray Serrano, Davila have done really well dropping down and much more comfortable.
Pouring forward. Pops over to Ward. He's able to skitter away from Mogel. Back into the area. Mogel pulls back. Here's Evan Davila. Lambert. The option wide. Burke. You desperately hope it's not a long-term injury for Christian Herrera, but this could be Burke's job for a while. This instills some confidence. Did go to a member of the Colorado Springs bench. Micheletto wasn't able to get much on that. Goodrum flicks that outside, and Evan Davila puts it out of play. Minimum 2 more minutes. Johnson and the long limbs of Lambert launch it away. Still another 100 seconds at minimum. Herman hits a huge switch. Excellent. Hanya glides past McFadden. Hanya! Is that the last good chance for the Switchbacks?
He didn't get the overlapping run, so on the cut back in where he thought the support was going to come to play this ball into the channel. Notice the body of Hayden McFadden. That's a great switch defensively, to be fair. Just a tad off.
Days drives it out. Hit the ball to Utah if it comes to you, if you're Louisville right now. Wyoming, as far as you can kick it. You could easily see this get to 90+5 with the stoppage right at the commencement of added time. Turned over, and Louisville picked their head up and gave it away cheaply. Free kick, Colorado Springs. They were just too slow to get out of traffic. Hit the big switch again. And McFadden able to hold off Hanya. That's it, it is full time. They blow the whistle 4.5 minutes into stoppage time. And Louisville City goes to Colorado Springs and defeat the reigning champion 1-0. Philip Goodrum in the 9th minute, the winner. And a rose by any other name, Super Cup or not, the two trophy winners from the championship.